Welcome to lesson 6.4, the Inca. Our learning target for this lesson is, I will explain the strategies that the Incas used to manage and maintain their large and remote empire. Our success criteria for this lesson are, I can describe how the Incas built on their accomplishments as they established their empire. I can analyze various aspects of Incan civilization and culture, including class structure, family life, religion, and warfare. Our essential questions for this lesson are, how did the Incas manage their large and remote empire? How does geography affect governmental choices? Background information. So the Incan Empire was a coastal empire in South America that went over and through the Andes Mountains. So the empire is about 2,500 square miles in size, and the Andes Mountains are on the west side of South America. And they run roughly along the coast there. Okay. In order to develop to facilitate the leadership of an empire that size, because that's huge, right? It was necessary to develop both transportation and communication networks across the empire. So again, if you think back to Rome, right? And Rome had an empire that was this size or maybe larger, right? They did the same thing. They built up tons and tons of roads so that it was easy to transport goods and communicate with the empire. And they also built up basically a postal system, which is exactly what the Incans are doing in Peru, are those two kind of key things. Right? And the capital of the Incan Empire is Cusco, or was Cusco, I should say, which is in southern Peru. It's just north of modern day Bolivia, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about class structure in the lesson. I thought I'd quickly review that. And basically the way the class structure works is that you've got the emperor, who's kind of who's the top of the pyramid, right? And then you've got the nobles and the nobility. And these are people who are helping to rule the empire and serving as administrators. And then underneath that, forming the base of the pyramid, are the commoners. Okay? So these are largely farmers and herders, not entirely, but mostly. This wasn't a system that had slaves. So there are no slaves. But commoners are required to help support the government. So they do this a number of ways, but one of the most important ways that they do that is the provision of food crops that can then be distributed throughout the empire as needed, right? And what this does is it helps maintain the peace and it helps maintain support for the emperor. Okay. All right, so the assignment for this week. Gray level, you're going to do the introduction, sections 1 to 5, and the summary. Okay. For the blue level, you're going to do the same stuff for the gray level, plus either exploring the social sciences, walking across space, Incan rope bridges, or biography of Pachacuti Inca Yupanqui, who lived from 1438 to 1471. And for the black level, you're going to do the gray level plus both of those options listed for blue. So remember that your goal is to work 4 to 4.5 hours this week. Level up or down as needed. That's ultimately going to be your choice. Okay. But remember that I expect most of you most of the time to be working at that middle level. All right, to wrap things up, our learning target for this lesson is, I will explain the strategies that the Incas used to manage and maintain their large and remote empire. Our success criteria for this lesson are: I can describe how the Incas built on their accomplishments as they established their empire. I can analyze various aspects of Incan civilization and culture, including class structure, family life, religion, and warfare. Our essential question for this lesson is: how did the Incas manage their large and remote empire? And how does geography affect governmental choices? Go ahead and scroll down and begin your lesson.